What's up, everybody? Back again. Georgia Warp Charge Gaming here with Chris and James, and we are throwing down another Thursday night talk show at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, episode 66. We do it every week, and here we are again. You guys are looking great. You're looking festive.
Woo!
Nobody's sleepy. I just played 2 games, one with Chris and a back-to-back, one with a buddy I hadn't got to play yet, Tau player. Mr. McNally, Dan McNally. It was pretty tight, man, because
he's a cool dude.
Yeah, he plays a lot, and he's just recently he's a Magic convert into 40K, and it's Magic players definitely have a very tactical. They think of things very verbatim. They don't usually let fluff kind of lead their compass very much.
Oh, I get it, man. As someone who's played Magic, I get it.
Mm-hmm. So he's very surgical with why he is taking these rules for these things, and you got to appreciate it. And I think the Tau test, as we saw from our major 40K event we did just a few weeks ago, the Battle in the Warp 2-day tournament that we did, a milestone event with Coastal Wargaming, Tau took home first place and was in the top 4. So they're nothing to be messed with. And I think when preparing for the meta, I think nowadays a Tau is a part of the meta and something to be considerate of at all times. Do you guys think we're going to see a lot of Tau at Nova? That's our next big event we're going to be doing.
I absolutely think we're going to see a lot of Tau and a lot of Chaos Knights.
Yeah. Yeah, speaking of Chaos Knights, that's a decent segue. Guys, we got a lot to talk about as far as just everything going on with Warp Charge and then the meta. And I want to talk about kill teams and demons being released in it. We got a couple games to go over. But let's start out with the new rules of Chaos Knights. You said, James, that there's been some updates. I haven't got a chance to see it myself.
Oh, not just Chaos Knights, but Imperial Knights. New Forge World Knights that were in 30K. I think they're still doing the pre-order for the little armorer guys with the claws and some other shooty thing.
Okay.
They all got 40K rules, and they seem to be pretty awesome, especially the little armorer guys because they're cheaper.
All of the 30K ones got rules?
I believe so. Like, the giant.
There's the one with the grab cannon. There's also like the AdMech one that's like with a weird like hunchback thing it had going on.
Yeah, they got all those now, man. And they got the Chaos versions. And since
Chaos
Codex didn't have the previous Forge World Knights, they have those now. So a lot of people are going to be dusting off that collection for Chaos. The Porphyrion, though, it may rest in peace.
What is it? What is it called?
The Porphyrion?
I've never even heard of that.
Oh, that's the big one that was getting used at Adepticon even last time we were there because you could rotate ion shields for 1 CP instead of 3.
Oh. Yeah, not only that, but it was toughness 9 and had a 2-up ballistic skill. And now it has, they just nerfed it real hard. They kept the points the same. They brought the toughness down to 8. They brought the weapon skill from 3 to 4 and the ballistic skill from 2 to 3. For the same amount of points.
Dang,
and
swing the bat at it.
Yeah, and our buddy Kevin had 2 of them. And lucky enough, he sold them right away as soon as he saw the nerf.
Yeah,
but
dang.
Cool.
Yeah, I mean, that is rough.
No doubt.
So that is dead, so we won't see that on the table, not like we saw it very often anyways. Especially because it was over power level 31. Most ITC events still had that cap. For some strange reason. But you'll never see that one now. But you will see some Lancers going over to Chaos, I'm sure, especially with all their new Chaos abilities. Getting that extra 2 inches can be pretty nasty on something that
the Lancers has always been amazing.
I see a lot of Chaos goodness. I know.
To take those Forge World Knights, like say the Lancer, and make it a Chaos Knight, is it just a matter of just buying upgrade kits?
There is no upgrade kit, so it's putting a little hobby muscle to work.
Oh, really?
You know what I mean?
You're just like all the knights that are
throwing some Chaos stars on it, putting skulls on it.
But so we're saying that all the Imperium Knights are just also the exact same profiles and rule set that are able to be used for Chaos?
I haven't gone through them all like one for one because they're not exactly the same as far as where they're located. But I believe they're pretty much one for one or slight changes, kind of like the Relic Leviathan to the Hellforged Leviathan. Slight differences, but basically the same.
So there is different data sheets for the Chaos profiles then? That's what I'm not following. Like the shield.
He's asking the Forge World rules. Like, did they just give it the option for the chaos keywords, or did they give it a whole new data sheet?
Yeah. Do you know, James, or not?
Am I frozen? I'm not hearing any audio.
Oh yeah. Oh, you're not hearing us. Yeah, you were jumping in and out.
Oh, gotcha now.
We were just trying to figure out if they have new data sheets or if they are just literally just gain the chaos keyword with the existing data sheets.
Oh, the data sheets I linked in our little chat.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Yeah, they what is it? Warhammer community page put all the data sheets up so everyone can get that for free.
That's pretty cool. I mean, that's you don't get that every day from GW.
Yeah, they gave us free
not.
rules, bro. Free rules, especially Forge World rules.
Yeah, I mean, you got to take that. I think that is a little telling for Forge World, though. I mean, isn't there like kind of, they haven't been supporting Forge World very well, It's like
It's true.
We're still in fucking like index state with the Imperial Armor books.
Well,
go ahead.
This came through with the FAQ for Chaos Knights. So
Okay.
I'm almost like it came separate, but on the same like community page release.
Yeah.
It's just different links, different PDFs, and I feel that they're just really filling a gap that people are going to ask questions about because they have these already.
Yeah.
I know quite a few people that had some of these Forge World Knights and they converted them to Chaos, and they've still played them as normal Imperium, but they wish they were Chaos, and now they got their wish.
I see. Okay,
Yep.
I can dig that.
I'm sure some people are going to find some neat little gaming tricks, like these little War Dog Mortex, because when they're next to one of the big knights, they have a 6-inch heroic intervention, and they could take this really cool claw. The claw is ×2 strength when they're strength 6, so strength 12, neg 3 AP, d6 damage. Against vehicle or Titanic units, you add 2 to the damage characteristics.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds effective.
Yeah, and I mean, they only get 4 attacks, but I mean, those are pretty cool, 4 attacks. And then you can still have this, like, crazy 36-inch gun that's heavy 6, 6 strength, neg 2 AP, 1 damage, unmodified rolls of 6 for attack. Maybe use this weapon, score 2 additional hits on the target, so basically Tesla.
Okay. Yeah, speaking of Tesla, just a couple of days ago, I got to play against Necrons with my newest Chaos cheese. It's been doing well, man. I know that coming to terms with my 2K helped me come to terms with my 1K, and that's been a conversation of ours as well as a group between the three of us is our Nova Trios list. And I'm feeling pretty good about that, guys. As we talked about it the other night, it was like we were struggling. Granted, we still don't have the missions. The only reason we haven't finalized yet. Come on, Nova, give us our missions. But we pretty much have, if the missions were just ITC or Nova style, I think we're all pretty comfortable with our 1Ks. I know I'm good with my 2K. James good with his 2K. Chris has a little bit more deciding if he's happy with his choices.
Much happier on my 1K than my 1K. I'm pretty content on my 2,000 point list. A little bit more flexy, but I'm kind of happy seeing the direction it's going in.
Yeah, we got to play today, Chris and I. I played Necrons the other day. You guys if you guys go to Twitch, you can watch these videos as soon as they come out, because that's obviously where we go live, except for the talk show. And we just had 2 bat reps we did today. You guys can go watch immediately if you want to get that quickness on it. Otherwise, we post them slowly onto YouTube. Right now, the last week, we've been posting all of the major events that we put up on Twitch live. So I did a little bit of brief editing to the major rounds. I think we're into round 3. I'm going to post round 4 before I go home tonight. But the Necron match was epic. Had a really great game. Mike, he pulled some cheese with his Doom size, where if you have 3 of them, he could do he could pick a point on the battlefield within 24 inches. And cause like this big mortal wound, like orbital strike.
On 3-ups?
Yeah. Well, 3-ups on units that have 5 or more. It's 4-ups on non-characters and 5-ups on characters. So it's not fantastic. But it could have really, because the thing that is fantastic compared to other orbital damage is that it's 3d3 damage.
And not just that, but it's not just once a game. It's every time these guys are together.
Yeah.
They do it instead of shooting their death rays. And after they shoot their death rays, they still act independently shooting their Tesla shots. So after you've already done that, you can shoot the rest of your army and then go back to the planes and shoot the Tesla.
Yeah, it's
Gross.
and I was just not prepared for it. That's pretty crinkly there, Chris. Just a heads up, audio is a little crazy.
Heard.
But yeah, it was unexpected. It was funny because Mike's had some rough times on the channel as of late, and so he was out for blood, and he didn't reveal his secret plan. He was like, okay, cool, he took 3 planes, right on, brah. But there was a reason, and he was ready to strike the moment we hit go. He's like, he won the turn 1, and that was an important endeavor. And that lined him up to just all my characters, every single one of them, 7 of them, were within 3 inches of each other. And he killed a demon prince. He killed a demon prince with the dark matter crystal.
Oh, that's so awesome.
So I didn't get to do my turn 1
Crazy
bomb, which was hilarious. That was the only one he killed. He could have killed Ahriman. He could have killed my Poxbringers, took away my miasma. So much could have gone wrong. Luckily, it didn't. He killed 1 guy, couldn't do my Zangor bomb, and I ended up having to warp time the Zangors in front of my characters while I charged his planes. And took a couple out to make sure he didn't do that again. And it was down to the brutal bitter end there, and I managed to pull it out, luckily. That's the fun of the new list here, and this happened against Chris and I. We just had a tie game today. It was insane. I'll throw the list up on the screen here. We found this on the net. My buddy Will from Battlegrounds here showed it to me, and it aligns with a lot of what I was trying to accomplish, but it really kind of, by kind of following the net list, it helped to optimize some places I was trying to figure out the flux of. And we've seen, I think it's Husin that has really popularized the single 20 pink horrors, flickering flames and dropping them in, saving that 5 reinforcement points.
Jim Vessel.
Jim Vessel, gotcha. There's Husin and Vessel that are both pretty top of the charts in the ITC, yeah.
Well, for Chaos, yeah. One's Chaos, like, total is Jim Vessel and all of ITC, and Husin is top Chaos Space Marines right now.
Okay, respect. But the idea is that 1 unit of Plague Bearers isn't enough. 2, the redundancy. I just had a game get won by against Tau because of Plague Bearers. Most of the games that I've came with close endings with, it's the Plague Bearers that win them, even when there's just a few left. But I finally succumbed to bringing in the Zangor bomb. Having that turn 1 to remove the screens and then have your turn 2 Bloodletters hit is very, very potent, very nice. Being able to use your heretic abilities from the Thousand Suns on the Zangor is very nice. The shooting from the pinks, the psychic from the Thousand Suns, the staying power of the Plague Bearers. It has a lot of versatility and kind of tools in the toolbox, and I've really enjoyed playing it so far. Chris and I had an extremely close game. At the very end, we were tied in kill points. It was literally my Zangors. Let's see. No, I'm mixing up my Tau game now. Zangors came in and did a decent job. Actually, the first couple turns of that game, I was looking really good for my army, I felt like. Chris was on his back foot a little bit, but his reserves hadn't came in with a lot of his punching power. By how many bodies I had, by Chris allowing me to go first, I was actually able to kind of dictate the lanes in which he was able to deep strike in his acolytes with flamers and rocksaw close combat units.
Absolutely.
But I think they were extremely effective, and even though they're squishy with my lack of guns, it wasn't easy to remove them.
No, and honestly, so the Hive Guard in our game, especially since you didn't have Nurglings, they didn't really have good targets. So I was kind of hoping to dictate you coming at the Hive Guard a little bit. I didn't like how easily you got to them, I'll admit.
Yeah.
The Zangors were just all the way there, and I played really sloppy with the Sanctus out the gate. You played that effectively. That was an excellent harassment unit. You tied up my Hive Guard, mortars, a few other things. It was... I think your list is really good, man. I definitely see the potential when I've played against it just today. You have a lot of utility there and a lot of punch.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. The difference in the 1K list is I basically just went to the Plague Bearers and the Zangors and like Ahriman and like a Demon Prince or something. I think I forget what I took exactly. I'll have to double check on it, but it was effective. It has support and it has the Zangor bomb. I think having that turn 1 strike like that is what's really going to help James's list. It's going to help wipe those screens out. It's going to be that extra threat. With your list, it keeps them from targeting you and having to deal with those Zangors while you get your extra turn to kind of drop in all those acolytes or whatever you intend to do. In your 1K, is it acolyte flamers and the acolyte close combat?
It is not. I mean, I may consider changing that up, seeing on how this is playing. But it's a lot more focused on the tyranny portion. I mean, you
Yeah,
got a
yeah.
lot of anti-horde. Like I can easily light up screens with my bugs,
Sure. Which is good. It's
and additionally, I have some character support there. Some punchy, some troops. Not as much in the big units,
good. Yeah.
but
Yeah.
and command points.
Got me wanting to look at my 1K now.
So George,
Yeah.
with your Slanesh Herald, how do you use it in that list?
Use Symphony of Pain which in our game it was interesting because against Chris I actually swapped a power to be able to take the one where you roll a dice for each model in the unit. Because he has 20 models, so I was trying to hit some sixes that way. But typically I'm going to do -1 to hit. Chris's 1K has 2 -1 to hit modifiers, so Plague Bearer stacked with that. It's nice.
The reason why I ask is I use the Herald of Slanesh a lot of times to have that one power to put the neg one. It's fantastic when you have like things like Plague Bearers or other things with negative modifiers or a sweet target, and like that's their power unit.
Right.
But I also use it as a defense for my like front line assault.
With the fight first thing, or how so?
No, not with fight first. With a stratagem, Aura of Acquiescence, I believe it's pronounced.
Nice.
But it makes it a 3-inch bubble from that Herald, -1 for their attacks. Like, so if they have like 2 or 3 attacks, like Chris's Gene Stealer guys, like you're taking away 1 attack from every model.
That's very nice, yeah.
And it's just 1 CP stratagem, and all you have to do is just have it right behind that front line.
What's like a 6-inch range, or what?
It's a 3-inch range.
Oh, okay.
But you just have to touch 1 model in that unit.
Okay, you don't actually have to be in combat though.
No, you don't have to be in combat.
Yeah, that's great, man.
Yeah. So when I saw your Slanesh Demon, I thought that's how you were using it, but you didn't bring it up once, and I was like, oh man,
yeah,
that's
that was
a spicy tech.
Yeah, I'll definitely be using that. That's fantastic. I think it's super
against
fun.
Chris, man, you would be able to like just neuter a third of his attacks.
No doubt, that's highly potent.
That is solid.
I really liked, honestly, what got me most excited, James, was when you reworked your 1K. At first you made it like almost like a solid 1K on its own, but now that we tweaked it to be like the other half of our 1K, I really like its hitting power, its full offense. Tell us about what you chose.
Dude, it's stupid. Like, it's stupid. I don't know what else to say. It's a Supreme Command with my badass Warlord dude on a bike. He gets all his DACA, and then he has his Thunder Hammer. And then 3 Lord Discos, all Red Corsairs, so all advancing and charging, all Khorne. And then I got a Patrol with the badass Khorne Demon Prince and a Bloodletter Bomb.
What's not to love, dude? It's pure offense.
Every single one of those units is just fun to play with and will kill something.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, Chris and I are both supplying 10 CP with our 2 battalions. When Chris and I are together, we're going to have 23 CP. And when you go up with us, we're going to be all your supporting CP, so it'll be great. And your Red Corsairs attachment brings in 2, doesn't it?
Yeah, it brings you 2. And if we get battle, do I get my own individual Battle Forge?
No, we share that.
Oh, because that'd be cool if I got those 3 too.
It would be.
But yeah, I got 2.
When we're on a team, you can definitely have those 3 easily.
I got to use 1 for relic.
My list is not CP hungry. So it's meant to feed yours, and I get a little bit of play with my Demon Princes, Ahriman, and Zangors. Otherwise, I'm scoring, you know. So I think it's going to be great. We're going to have a good time. Looking forward to seeing the missions. What happened in this Tau game, man, it looked like I was wrecked. Like, I saw an opening. He had placed one of his units was not in supporting fire range on turn 1. So it gave me an opportunity to charge it and try to tri-point with the Zangor bomb. It was a perfect opportunity. It was like a make or break, like, all right, I could either go for it and get wiped if I fail my charge, or try to finagle this later on through the game. And I just, like, it would have been so a clutch thing and would have turned the game in my favor immediately that I had to go for it, obviously. But unfortunately, I did not make the charge, and he just wiped my Zangors off the board.
That's funny. Now, George, are you going super spicy, like cringe-worthy tech, of the cheese with the Zangors and doing double instrument?
No.
Why? It's legal.
I guess I didn't see it in Battlescribe.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So with
Gotta add the index.
with the flow chart of things,
Yeah.
they have the Bayhorn in the codex,
Right.
but in the index, it's called the Instrument of Chaos, and because
Right.
it has two different names, you can take both of them. And what's crazy is the Instrument of Chaos is 0 points.
That is dumb. Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
So dumb. And some tournaments allow it, and some don't. But Slaughterfest, the winner, in his list, he had the double instrument. But what was crazy is he paid 10 points for it, and on the way he wrote his list, and it's in the index, it's free.
So, yo, James, I need you to do me a favor. Yo, well, homework, buddy. I need you to make me pretend that you're trying to win in a court of law and write me up a small little argument with some pictures and everything. I totally understand what it is. I could do it myself, I suppose. But maybe I'll do the homework. It's my list anyway. So I'll do the homework, and I'll help you. I'll just have you double check.
All you need is the index and the clip of their data sheet.
Flow chart, index.
And then all you need is a flow chart picture.
Yeah.
And then the codex data sheet.
Yeah.
And that is it.
Okay.
And then I guess the points.
Yeah.
But you will go to the points section of the index, and it says 0 points. And you go to the point section of the codex, and it says 10 points for the Bayhorn. So all you have to do is pay 10 points, and you get 2 instruments instead of 1, and you have 2 extra inches to your charge.
If you're out there, Nova, you're going to be getting an email from George asking if I can do some cheese. All right, fine. I'll take care of that. It's an easy email to send.
I'm just saying, those are the 2 things about your list that if you wanted to cheese it up a little more, you have those in your pocket.
No doubt. Yeah, if Tau Dark, it's good to see you, buddy. He's like, "What's up, boys?" He says, "If the index fits, you must etiquette quit."
Order 66, yes, Bobby.
Nice. And then old Caesar, good to have you, buddy. And then Shadizo, he's like, "Yo," he sent us an email wearing a shirt. We got that loaded, man. Check out Shadizo with the Get Vex shirt that James produced here. Thank you for sending in the picture, man. We love seeing people out and about in the world. Here's a shot of the Get Vex shirt from somebody posted on Instagram when they got it. That might have been Shadizo. And then we got the towel for the greater good. This is my lucky shirt. You guys can go catch these shirts out on warpchargegaming.com. Just go to our shop, and they're made to order, whatever size you like. Nice material, good stuff. I love the Blood for the Blood God shirt. And Nurgle, of course. Somebody mentioned we need to make a Gene Stealer cult shirt, dude.
We do.
Yeah, that'd be Gene Stealer cult shirt would be tight.
Maybe.
I think we need one for everybody. Now, of course, I just
need to think of things for everybody.
Yeah.
If you guys I got ideas, shoot them at me. Worst that happens is I don't make it.
Yeah, no doubt.
You guys see a scenario as I do make it?
Like this Me Lucky shirt on a blue shirt, that was like just too awesome for, like, James had to make it, even without us being huge orc enthusiasts. So if you can come up with a great idea, then let's throw it our way. Admin at Warp Charge.
I really like the Pink Floyd shirt I'm wearing right now.
Oh, yeah.
Because it is so soft.
Very nice.
It's the only one that's the tri-blend, and it's because it doesn't have like the back logo. It just has the front. I can up the quality in the shirt because it's paid less on printing. So it's the same price as all the other shirts, but it's a tri-blend, so it's just a little bit softer.
Oh, man. You know, speaking of cool merch, where the hell's our dice, man? It's got to have been 9 weeks by now. I want our new dice.
I think it's been 27 weeks, bro. I think maybe they stole our money, and we don't get any dice.
It's been way too long.
And the people that pre-ordered, I don't know, man. I guess you don't get dice either because we didn't get them.
We're getting dice, and it's been way too damn long.
Dude, we need to get those dice like as soon as possible because I've been hearing a lot of people be like, man, when my vehicles blow up, I like rolling warp charge because my shit explodes.
They love spiking.
And I'm like, yes.
Oh, dude. So funny, spiky warp charge dice. So like how I won the Tau game, it looked like I was destroyed. But for like literally 4 rounds of combat, I managed to, like, after everybody, like, I'm down to next to nothing. He killed all the Bloodletters, killed the Zangors. All I got is my 2 units of Plague Bearers. So one of the units makes it into some Fire Warriors with like a non-charge, charging drones piling in and tri-pointing these Fire Warriors. So, and then I managed to pile in and spread my attacks out to these like other units besides the fire ward, trying not to kill any, because if I kill just one fire ward, just one, he's no longer tri-pointed. So I'm trying to make it so I don't kill him. I put down the plague sword and just slap him with my fist. And I managed not to, on the first time around, he rolls his saves and makes his saves and then tries to command point fail a save just so he can get out of a tri-point and doesn't, and then passes again. So
Dude,
that's hilarious.
I have so many of those stories where people want their models to die so they can shoot me.
It is so funny, and it just kept going, dude. It went into the next turn, didn't kill it. Went into the next turn, and like I go to roll the wounds, he's like, "Come on, kill me!" And I rolled double ones, and I'm like, "Yeah!" Like I literally that was like it was the game-winning move, dude. He like wiped out my other plague bearer. It was the only thing. Yeah.
George.
Yeah.
What were you using to attack it with again? Plague bearers?
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's so awesome.
So funny.
Because if you do it with bloodletters and you're ever scared about the AP, you can always choose to hit with your hands.
Yeah, I forget about that. Just punch him in the face.
Yeah, so no AP, just 1 damage.
Yeah, that's hilarious. Also, it's the Hellblade that gets the double damage too. So.
Yeah, so I really know my tech when it comes to combat and staying in there, and I'm like, oh, no sword this time, fisticuffs, and I just hope to not wound him. It's so awesome.
Yeah, hell yeah. Bobby was asking about a Zinch combo where you get -1 to hit. It's just called Glamour Zinch, I think, is what you might be thinking of. Glamour Zinch is for Thousand Suns Zinch, so you can't put it on Zinch Demons, but you can put it on Zangors, you can put it on anything Thousand Suns.
Yep, and it's awesome with Zangors because you get to do that double stack where they get +1 invul also, with I think Temporal Manipulation, and yeah, -1 to hit. 4-up invul Zangors are pretty gross, especially when they're warp timing across the board or dark metal crystalline across the board and they only have a 7-inch charge. It's kind of dumb.
Yep, they've been. I've a lot of times I've been throwing them so deep in the lines I haven't been getting into any sort of range to buff them additionally, but I feel like I'm still learning them. I've only played 2 games of Zangors ever, so I'm like figuring it out.
So I really enjoy pairing them with the Shaman. Unfortunately, you don't really have the points for the Shaman.
Yeah.
But the Zangor Shaman gives them +1 to hit, and it has a 12-inch movement. And you give it one of the buffing spells, and you give it the Dark Matter Crystal, and you just let it go. Let them just ride with the Zangors and just have fun. It is so cool.
The Changeling back in the day used to give -1 to hit. Now they took that away long ago. That was in the Index days.
Yeah, and it's a dumb like 6-up Feel No Pain.
Yeah, now it's just 6-up Feel No Pain. I don't think there's any minus. Well, there is like when you take other demons, like we're talking about the Slanesh has the Symphony of Pain to make a -1. But yeah, there's no particular way just to make like an aura of Zinch demons to be -1.
Well, you take never mind. It doesn't work. It has to be Legion. I was thinking of the -1 to hit from the Dark Apostle.
Yeah, yeah. No, yeah. I don't know where we might have misthought on that one, but there's a lot of ways that could have been done. Just because I got a picture in my face, I want to show you guys something else cool. I just finished a Chaos Chain Axe today. Super proud of this guy. It's now he wants like a Berserker set. It's perfect for a one-handed axe, and we're gonna do him a chainsaw next so he can hold both in each fist. But it came out really dope, man. The blades are like super pointy, and I like the way it's like not serrated, but it made those little grooves on the blades.
The chain teeth.
Yeah, chain teeth, blood grooves. Super cool though, man. They're just speaking of that, it reminds me of we sent Heretic Hornet, one of our Patreon subs, which we're super appreciative of. And if any of you guys want to go check out our awesome Patreon reward system, please go hit it up. It's at the links at the bottom here. We pay out people every month, and we just sent to Finland, which I didn't realize is quite far and quite expensive to mail to. $40 shipment later, we send a bunch of terrain and movement trays over to Finland. I hope they make it through the heat okay. I think they'll be all right though. So that's exciting and fun. And then another thing that went down this week that's just in my mind's eye because it's in front of me here, I'll show you guys. James busted out a bunch of cool promotional material for Battlegrounds, which is our home base. We're streaming live right now from the backdrop. It's where we do all our battles and tournaments. But you guys can see we got just some cool flyers. Just want to show you James's cool skills here at working the magic of his digital art skills. Got all we can do 10% back in store credit for every 50 you spend. Super cool. Showing the role playing nights, the Yu-Gi-Oh tournaments, the Final Fantasy, the Magic. We got more to go. I just think it's super tight. I wonder if you guys' local game store has such pimp advertisements going on in their TVs all around the store. I love Battlegrounds because they take it to the furthest, and it's still just all ran by a bunch of gamers that are trying to make it the best they can.
Dude, it's about taking fun seriously, bro.
It is, man. Not everybody strives for excellence. That's really loud, Chris.
Oh shit, my bad.
Not everyone strives for excellence, eh?
I guess not.
Taking fun seriously, striving for excellence, you know. I'm just reading some comments here. He's been thinking about jumping to Deathwatch because he hates winning. Yeah, they might have a tough time there with Deathwatch, buddy.
Dude, Deathwatch has been wrecking. You talk about Fred Foreman. He goes all over the place just wrecking people.
Yeah,
dude, I don't know what kind of Deathwatch he runs, but dude, anytime anyone goes up against it that I know, they just get smacked, and they just say how horrible it is to go against that army.
What's the guy's name? They could search him out.
Fred Foreman.
Fred Foreman.
I haven't had much personal interaction with him, but he is a serious gamer that travels around.
Okay.
Like, he's normally in this Midwest area, but I've seen him win tourneys in Hawaii. So, dude travels.
Yeah, just check out Best Coast Pairing. You guys probably follow what kind of list you got going on.
But I think he's #1 for Deathwatch right now. Okay. Without me looking at it, I just assume because he does so well.
Well, you know what else is really potent at discovering great lists is the 40K Stats channel. We got to give a shout out to them because, man, they're a fantastic resource. And we actually just got featured on their one of their talk shows showing the latest tournaments when we did the major event. That was pretty cool. Had a little soundbite in there talking about Warp Charge and Coastal Wargaming and Battlegrounds. But man, 40K Stats, if you're not familiar, go to that website because it is incredible at how much of a breakdown it has of the meta. It will literally show you what the average percentage of win-loss ratio is for your faction versus other factions. That's pretty badass data at a click of a button. Have you got to check out 40K Stats very much, you guys?
I listened to the podcast since they've been doing it with Frontline Gaming Network.
Chris?
I actually checked it out. Someone threw me up a link after our event. And, I mean, it seems like it's pretty good information in general. Like, I mean, the way they've, like, both streamlined what events are going on and, like, you know, the kind of breakdowns of multiple events.
Yeah, very, very thorough. You, like, basically get, like, a daily/weekly update of the, you know, top factions in the meta. Or basically the top 5 kind of armies in per X, Y, and Z events. How many events that reached GT status went down on a given weekend. Pretty cool. I think our weekend of our major was actually one of the largest tournament weekends of the year is what they were saying. I don't know if it was just hype talk, but there was a lot of events that went down. 40K is going strong. We just had Age of Sigmar this past weekend. I ran an Age of Sigmar tournament. 16 people. It was a nice turnout, a good time. Some gents that came down from the DC area took home the winnings, which is pretty cool. And upcoming on the 10th is Kill Team. Really, speaking of, Kill Team, guys. Man, Pink Horse, Demons and Kill Team. Beernid, his prominent 40K channel, he had done a great breakdown on the Demons and Kill Team. Even though I wanted him to be quiet, we haven't actually talked much about it on our channel because, goddamn, are they so good to the point of being broken? And I want to run them at Nova and take it to the bank. And I swear, dude, Pink Horrors are straight busted. They did not play test these enough. They did not do it right. They just win games without even trying, man. Basically, Kill Team fans, like, you are only allowed to bring 20 models max to the table. You're allowed to have a 20 model sideboard that you can pick and choose from before the game begins. Well, if you bring 8 Pink Horrors in a 100-point list, that can split down to his max of 40 bodies. So it goes beyond the model count that's even allowed to be able to typically brought by a kill team. They are objective scoring masters. Not only are all the pinks, have psychic abilities, which are super potent in kill team, but you can just like run up to objective, let them kill you, and you just turn into more guys. And just guess what? That wins. More bodies win. It's only 4 per turn games. And there's so many minus to hit modifiers with so little stuff that actually get to output guns that it's just, and with 4-up invulns to boot, it's just stupid good. And the only thing they really did to try to balance that is they made it so you don't take injury rolls, but you don't even care. I literally never care when any of them die. It has not mattered. It has been easy, and I'm looking forward to taking it to the bank.
Wow.
Yeah,
Sounds like
I'm like blown away confident with how fucking good they are, dude. I went against like guard, like a whole bunch of lasguns, and that like stood a chance because the whole trick is you need to get them to take a broken check. You need to kill 5 pinks because the blues and brims don't even count towards that check. But if you can kill enough bodies quickly enough, you might be able to win by the end of the game. It's real hard though, man. It's real hard.
Sounds like you're cheating, and you're gonna lose against a mirror match.
It feels like cheating. Mirror match is the biggest concern. But yeah, I don't know, man. I'm hoping that my prowess can steer me right in those situations.
You seeing about Taudark's comment in chat?
What do you say?
He's saying that he believes the Nova TO said you can't do supplement armies, which would be like Chaos Demons, Crew, Servants of the Abyss.
Yeah, that was true, and that broke my heart. But then they just recently updated the packets and allowed it.
Oh, never mind then.
Yep.
George is on top of it.
Yeah, somebody, as soon as I got super excited on one of my playtest days, I played them like 8 times now. They were like, yeah, that's all well and good. You can't use them. I was like, no! Even though it made a lot of sense because they're busted, but then they updated the packet. So, hell yeah, fuck yeah. You cannot use, you can use all the supplemental armies. You just can't use any of the rules not printed in the Elites book. So you can't use anything printed in the Commander book. But you absolutely, the one thing that's amazing is they made Death Denied cost 3 CP, which I really appreciate because that was a broken ass tactic.
Wait.
Death Denied is the, go ahead, Chris, what are you saying?
Based off the sentence you just said, though, if it's not in the Kill Team book?
Well, the Elites book, they added, the thing is that Death Denied used to be a box set only tactic.
Oh, you're right, because no, I remember seeing in the Elites book there was like the Keller morph in there even.
Right, they printed they printed Death Denied as a tactic available to Adeptus Astartes in the Elite book, which before it was only a card you could get in the supplemental box set. Yeah, there's Matt Hull, my man from Fredericksburg. He comes down here and wrecks our tournaments all the time. I hope you come to the 10th, Matt. I know you said it was a little close for you to Nova and everything else you got going on. But yeah, I think Matt's stoked on the Pinks as well. Matt and I faced at the final round of Nova last year he had his, not Berserkers, but Cultist spam. And now Berserkers are available. He's done really well at our tournaments. I think he won with Berserkers at one of our tournaments recently. But yeah, Matt was the one who posted on the Nova Kill Team Facebook page that about the update, and I was so relieved, so relieved.
Nice.
So yeah, Matt, I don't know if you've gotten to try it, bro. I think you and I are gonna mirror match on the finals with the Pink Horrors because if you're thinking what I'm thinking, they're amazing. Even if you just because you draw secondaries at Nova randomly, so you're going to draw 6 of them and you can only pick 3. And if so happens, because all the passive scoring is fantastic, behind enemy lines, engage on all fronts, proximity alert, scout the field, you have like 4 out of 12 secondaries that are just fantastic, kind of auto score for the Pinks. And if you somehow got bludgeoned into only being able to take combat-oriented secondaries, then you can make a great list with 4 Pinks, 4 Bloodletters, and 1 Plague Bearer. I think killing 5 is too easy. Really, Matt? Oh, dang. Well, maybe I'll be rocking the Pinks for whatever you bring. I don't think it's that easy, man. I really don't. And even if it is that easy, I don't think it's easy enough. I think it takes till turn 3. You're lucky to kill 5 pinks by turn 2 if a person plays the terrain correctly, hides, and presents modifiers. Plus, the thing that's nuts is that so they kill your pink, and then you charge them with your blues and brims who don't count towards your broken test. So I just lock up everything on the board with all my blues and shit. You can just hide enough pinks so that they can only kill like 3 max by turn 3, and you just sit there and charge all their guns with blues and brims and just laugh. It's hilarious.
You're a cheater.
Yeah, I feel like I'm cheating. But I look forward to playing, man. I wish we had some practice games, Matt, with pinks versus whatever you're going to bring. I really respect your tactical mind, and I look forward to battling at Nova, my friend. What's really fun about the format at Nova is that the first 3, there's a 6-round GT, and usually all the competitive events I fought against in Adepticon and Nova previously, they always have like a 48 to 64 person event that you can sign up for, but then they divide all of those into eight man pods. So you're only ever fighting against 8 people, even though there's 64 people competing. But at the Nova GT, which is the first kind of Kill Team GT format I've seen, it's 6 rounds. First 3 rounds you face off and you go on one just single round matches, and that'll dictate your bracket. So the only way to be in the top bracket for day 2 is if you win all 3 rounds on day 1. And then on day 2, you do 2 out of 3 matches at 3-hour rounds, going for your top of your bracket spot. So that's pretty exciting. I've never done a best 2 out of 3, 3 out of round situation. So looking forward to that.
That's cool.
George, I'm noticing a common thread with your kill team lists and your 40K lists.
Yeah.
Because you've been in the rules, bro. You've been in.
Oh,
yeah?
You're still in the legal realms of things.
Yeah.
You're gonna get side-eyed by majority of the people.
You saying I'm a salty cheese dick?
Salty cheese dick for sure.
that's some Fremunda cheese.
Hey, not only salty cheese dick, but you have been bathing in olive brine.
I try to overcome it with enthusiasm and smiles and jokes. just try to make them laugh from the get-go. It's like a sales pitch, you know. If you make them laugh, you're all right. So it's like, you know, like maybe I'll stub my toe or something, or like make like I don't know, fart, whatever makes them laugh, and then the salt and the cheese.
Sounds good, George. And I'm the guy over here playing mono corn, and I go to ITC or what is this 40K Stat Center, and they don't even have corn listed as a faction.
Oh wow, that's insulting,
dude.
Just for you.
They have the like what are these things called? What is this called?
Thenos,
Adeptus Titanicus, Corsairs, Blackstone Fortress, like.
Oh really?
The official accessorium, whatever. They have all that type of stuff, but not just corn.
Wow.
Not just Nurgle.
Wow.
Like,
that's the ITC program. Get with it,
dude,
guys.
I'm telling you right now, their chaos stuff is skewed. It's skewed.
So I just lost a lot of respect for.
I don't trust. None of it's credible. None of it.
Yeah.
It's fake news.
Yeah, fake news.
It's fucking Trump inflated numbers. I'm just saying.
Man. You have to whine if things go bad if it goes good with cheese. Yeah, nice, Edgar. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I definitely will be filming all the Bat Reps guys like we did for Nova the year before, like I did for Adepticon. I still never put out my second round in Nova or Adepticon. It's too much damn editing. I promise you I will definitely get some edited Nova content. It's like 16, 20 hours of video. It's so much work, but it is good content. Dude, what's the, what is it, that badass new Bat Rep channel, Play Tabletop, is that what it's called?
Play on Tabletop.
Play on Tabletop. Got to give shout out to that channel. They don't know us. They probably don't care, but they're doing a kick-ass job setting the bar.
I don't know what to say, dude. They set up their
production
episodes.
value in theirs.
I'm calling them episodes because they set it up as episodes with like a season to it, and it's 30-minute battle reports, and it's set up like, I don't know, a TV show. If you were ever going to make a 40K tabletop TV show, that's how you would do it.
It really does look like a TV show. Like
it
looks
I give these guys mad props, and all their armies are made sure they're painted to like an excellent standard.
Yeah.
Granted, some of the lists are a little soft. They're playing book missions, so it's not for everyone. But the watchable quality. If I wanted to introduce someone to this hobby, I would show them one of those.
Yeah. Well, and alternatively too, though, they did the same quality for at a major event with a huge crowd of people. They got Vessel on the channel against that orc player. That was the first video we saw, but they've came out from the gates hard as fuck, man. Like right from the get go. Here is this very professional product. I really would love to be a fly on the wall on their processes of editing and just what they do with what they do. You know.
Yeah, I think if you offer a handy, they'll let you in.
Okay, yeah. Handies. Chris, I'm going to need you to help us out with that.
Chris will just straight fuck him, you know?
Yeah, well, that's what I was hoping.
Like, he'll get us all in.
There is no middle ground.
He'll get us all in. He's going to open up the doorways, you know? As he opens up his asshole. What?
Nice work, Edgar. Edgar finished painting his 50th Skitarii. That's definitely something to be proud of, man. A lot of models. I've never finished painting anything, so great job.
Dude, George, you painted something. I watched you paint a trophy, gold.
Yeah. I did paint some trophies. It was pretty poor, but I did do that.
Yeah, but I watched you do it.
Yeah, it's fair. That was a model or two. Now
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull up a picture, just cause.
Wow.
I'll show you guys. There's the thing I painted. Bling.
Oh, dude, can I show off something that I didn't even do?
Yeah.
I gotta show it off.
There's my gold trophies. This is what we had going on for our Battle in the Warp trophies there. What's James got for us?
So, Lord Discos are real cool right now, right?
Right.
Yeah.
I'm calling it now. After Nova, they're going at 40 points. 40.
40.
Base 200 with the auto gun. They're going to be 220 with the flamer. Calling it now. But our buddy Kevin Leonard got so inspired by his trip to Virginia that he, with his winnings about Abaddon, he got some other things, and he is now doing a Slanesh Black Legion army. And it's all going to be like 80s rocker themed.
Nice.
And this is his Lord Disco.
Whoa! That is sick.
Very cool.
Yeah, so he took the Exalted Flamer for the flames. He then took the backpack off the Lord Discordant and put it on the one-off Noise Marine.
Dude.
And then I just came in and green stuff as gaps in his flame form and then fixed the seat so that it didn't have the indent where the leg goes.
That is rad.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Oh, I
So
love it.
that's his Bale Flamer.
That is rad.
Right?
I love that. That is so cool.
He's commissioned me to paint it sometime by Adepticon. So
Congrats, Edgar.
it's on the back burner, but I had to show off how cool this model is.
God, that's fantastic. I love it.
Like such an easy conversion for so much character.
Yep, I really love that.
Yeah, so as you look at it, just imagine Steel Panther playing in the background.
You should send a picture of that in the Warp Charge Gaming chat. I know somebody who would like just flip shit seeing that model.
Oh yeah.
That's definitely a flip shit when you see it type of model anyways. Yeah.
Oh dude, you should see his Demon Prince that he just purchased and converted a little bit. It's got a fucking giant guitar too. Like all of the band people are going to be like his characters. And they're going to be on a stage for his display board. Like Abaddon's the lead singer. His claw
so cool.
is going to hold a beer. And it's going to be dope. Like, I love when people decide to just say, screw it, I'm going to spend a bunch of money on just it looking cool.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, like, that's a dumb extra, like, 30, 40 bucks into that Lord Discordant for no reason but to make it look cool.
Sure. You know, the wobbly modeler guys, they're really good at that too. They always are. Like they had an Archeon. That's an expensive ass model, and they had the wings of that on their Magnus, and it made it like light years above every other Magnus I've ever seen, just because how different it was. But I love intermixing models components.
Yeah, no, I saw that Magnus when I was there, and I really, really liked it with those wings. Like that's a real Demon Prince wings.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Very, very beautiful. There's one floating online right now. They take that Morghast or whatever the death demon prince looking guy and mix them with some different heads. There was also that really sweet the one with the Bellacore. It was like I think it was like a Bellacore wings or something. The one that Austin had. I can't remember all the conversion on that, but it had like Archeon's head and I don't know. I love models mixed together. It's good.
Yeah, I've seen a very beautiful that Valkyrie like corn demon, like the Herald from AOS. Someone made her a Bloodthirster for 40K by taking the new Keepers of Secrets in the Bloodthirster kit.
Oh, whoa. I would love to see that.
I wish I would have grabbed pictures of it, but like they were still in the work of progress, and I was like, man, if I have these pictures, I might steal this idea.
Yeah, that's super epic. You know, there were some pictures I didn't load up, but you got me thinking about it. I'm going to have to show it now because I got them easy to show. There's this, I think it was like a Fire Raptor or something that I had some images of I grabbed offline that were just fantastic.
Oh, I remember what you're talking about.
You remember that thing?
Yeah, I don't remember like what if you had like a link or anything, but I remember you put it up in chat. That thing was really cool.
Yeah. Oh, that was it was on our thread, yeah. No,
I think it was a Fire Raptor though.
Yeah, that was beautiful. I'm gonna have to find it while we're sitting here hanging out for these last 10. Guys at home, just in case we're want to make sure that we're not missing you there. Is there anything, or Chris or me? I would love to hear from you on that while I grab some pictures. Just for the sake of funsies there.
Dude, I'm gonna throw out some 40K like FAQ nerfs. So Lord Discordant gonna go up in price.
Is this a speculation or?
Speculation, entire speculation.
Okay.
Just from what I've seen with the current meta, what's going on with people's lists, and what you're going to see at Nova based off their missions.
Yeah, after they sell a bunch of models, right?
Yes, after they sell a bunch of models, because a lot of stores are sold out of Lord Discordants for quite a while. Some just recently got some stock. So it's you're going to see that get nerfed, especially with flawless. I mean, it's just super abusive when it's flawless host. So that's going to go up to, I think, 200 points. Any more than 200 points, you're not going to see them, because once you add 3 of them in a list, you're talking like ridiculous amount of points. So any more than 200 points, you're not going to see those played at all, because you need more than one. I'm going to think that drones are going to get a relook at with their rules, because I just feel that
Tau drones.
Yeah, I mean, they're just not.
They're busted, dude.
They're busted. It's absolutely busted, and there's multiple ways they can nerf them. Instead of making it, I think the easiest nerf, instead of 3 inches for the unit, it's the models within 3 inches. So that it's just a couple of them are gone, and then you can do the normal damage on the unit you want to actually do damage to. That's the simplest fix. I could also see them go as far as making it a 4-up, passing it to the drones instead of a 2-up.
That would be reasonable. I mean, it's not out of control.
I can also see their Feel No Pain going to a 6-up instead of a 5-up.
Very reasonable. It's like just too damn good. I mean, even just the passing of the drones is like strong in itself.
Another one I see that's even a little bit more extreme that is totally doable is the drones that you take per like extra in a unit.
Yeah.
They only save for that unit.
I think they 100% should take away scoring from them. They should not be allowed to score.
Yeah. So, I mean, there's a lot that they could do to nerf them. And it's all those things that make them almost like broken. Like, besides what they actually really do, is turn a 6 damage weapon into a single mortal wound that could potentially be saved.
Yeah.
After you rolled all the characteristics on a heavy target. I mean, I'm not necessarily salty about it. It's just it takes the enjoyment out of the game for anyone who matches up with it.
Yeah.
And Tau is left with basically 2 builds. You build suits with Riptides and Broadsides, and any mix or mingle with all your drones, or you go Mech Tau. There's only 2 lists for Tau right now. And they're dominating lists. Anything else doesn't even remotely see play, because it just gets destroyed by anything else on the table. It's just unbalanced. And if they made the drones not such a heavy stuff, you're probably going to see more balance with the mechanized stuff and drones with suits, and you're going to see some real flavor.
That'd be cool. Just to, we have a question from Shadizo about our thoughts on Alpha Legion. I'm going to throw up these pictures of this sweet demonized Fire Raptor because this thing's just badass. Unfortunately, I do not remember the person that posted this on a Facebook, probably Competitive 40K. They just did a stand-up job converting this thing into looking amazing. I love how demonized it is. It also has kind of a Tyranid takeover look to it too with these. I think those tendrils there probably come from the that one highly tendril.
The tendrils are from the Toxicrene, and I can also see at the front of the cage there's some Harrispex bits.
Yeah, I figured it looked pretty Tyranidy.
I don't know what your bug just said.
Words that equal bugs.
Random bug jittering.
Shit's beautiful though, man. Killer conversion.
And it's super cool.
Yeah, a whole army with that kind of stuff. It's like very Event Horizon, very ship like Love Death Robots where they had that.
Basically, Gellerfield went down.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, I could totally paint that Nurgle style, and that's a great flagship for the Gellerpox, yeah.
That would be awesome.
Super cool.
So, thoughts on Alpha Legion? I love Alpha Legion. I honestly think it's an amazing Legion. Unfortunately, they have nerfed the rules, so they're just not that good anymore for my playstyle. If you're a stand back, shooty, like gunline or I should say playstyle, that's a good army for you because the neg 1 to hit. You do some Mark the Nurgles, you do some Masma on them, go neg 2 on sweet targets.
I think you hit a good point there, James, of mainly that the way I'm looking at them too is that they are a tool in the toolbox. And I mean, just like with the demon list I pulled up with the Thousand Suns or, even, I mean, just about anything, like a lot of 40K maximizing is pulling your tools from all these different places. And sometimes if your list requires it because you're a backfield shooter or, when you need it, it's a good Legion to take. It's not unplayable, but it's about how does it synergize with what you're trying to achieve, right?
Yeah, I used to be able to take it pure, but then it just became hard because with all the Chaos Space Marine rules, they had the one secret sauce of that forward operative, and now that it's just like a 9-inch movement after deployment, it's not as good as being able to appear anywhere on the board 9 inches away and then move. Like, that was just so amazing. I loved it. It was my favorite stratagem in the game.
Yep. Yeah, that got played with quite a few times. Cultist got messed around with. I mean, there were so many in those in the heydays of Alpha Legion. There was a lot of twists and turns with the ups and downs of different units there.
Damn right.
Started seeing units being played in very unique ways. Like my Noise Marine Berserker combo, just kind of dumb, and they've nerfed that in every which way.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, man, we got about 3 minutes here. I know I'm fucking starving. What?
One thing we didn't mention, you played 2 games today, George. We didn't touch on the change or on the fly changes to the Nova packet.
Oh yeah, we just found another Nova change. Those guys, man, they made it a lot more difficult. For one that I would say in most, I probably played like 20 Nova games at this point, maybe. And then of course we ran the Nova missions at our major tournament, 5-round event. And from your guys' experience as well, out of your 5 rounds, how often do you think people chose Strike the Rank and File? Do you think?
I chose it for one time.
Yeah. Do you think people choose it a lot against you?
No.
Okay.
I think that one time was chosen against me.
Man, I think it's used. I see it picked a lot. I know I pick it a lot. People pick it a lot against me, but I'm also running a bunch of troops. That was one of the easiest things to score against my army. And now
kill a troop.
Yeah, kill a troop. And now it's one of the hardest things. So they updated it to make it 25% of their troops every 25% you kill. Okay, bring 8 troops every 2 you kill. But now they made it that you have to kill 2 units of troops in a turn to be able to score it.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
2 in a turn.
Yep. Okay, but once their troops are gone, do you max?
Yes. Well, no, you get 1 per turn.
1 per turn.
Oof.
Yeah. So like with Plague Bearer squads and all these multiple units of Bloodletters and shit, like you can't just kill both. Like that's not necessarily easy. And any
They also made it
word.
so that the Butcher's Bill equivalent, you're not allowed to score any troops on to make that one count.
The mark for death. You can't mark. You can't.
Well, there was another one as well.
I think it was just that. Strike the rank, mark for death. Butcher's Bill, I don't think was affected by it.
No, I'm almost positive you can't have troops for Butcher's Bill now. Like, it has to be 2 units that are non-troops.
Oh, really? I'm gonna pull it up right now.
I'm pretty sure I saw that.
I thought it's not called Butcher's Bill, but it was 3 units.
It's called Moment of Bloodshed. And they went back down to 2.
Yep, they went back down to 2.
Yeah.
And it's non-troops, I think.
I don't think so. I'll pull it up. Let's find out. It says, here we go. Pull it up on the screen for our friends at home. Mark
Let
for
us
death.
do it.
Note 4 of your opponent's units for each. You can only not use the. I'm looking at mark for death again. Yeah.
Yep.
Non-troops. Yeah.
Exactly.
Non-troops. Oh, so they made it. They
made them independent.
But so they made it back down to 2+, but they made it so that non-troops don't count. So that's the update to that one. So because for a minute there I was like, oh, they went back to 2+. So I didn't read the rest. Trippy. And so yeah, they basically all the changes to the secondaries inside the Nova packet are now related to killing troops. So they made it so you can't mark for death troops and then also strike the rank, obviously. And you
can't mark for death troops now too?
You can, but you can't.
You can't do that and strike.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. But yeah, killing 2 units of troops in a turn strike the rank is a lot less favorable at this point, I would say.
It sucks, but I still would have taken it the game I took it because they only had 3 troops, and I killed them all in 1 turn.
Yeah, I feel you. Something else that looks like instead of on old school and just being first strike or last strike, it's literally in the first battle round. So you could, like for Tau, if you get charged with Zangors, you could still get it if you kill the Zangors, on their turn. Like it's not just kill on your first turn; it's straight up kill in the first battle round.
Okay, so it's for the battle round.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you can score on your opponent's turn. That's nice.
It's kind of interesting.
Wow.
Yeah, so they're changing things. You got to keep your eyes open.
Yeah, it still doesn't change your list.
No, I'm fine. I made my list better because the secondaries are a lot tougher to get against me now.
I was going to say, I feel like this change, and this is kind of a sweeping generalization, for people that were kind of running MSU or lots of troops, you're going to get more out of them now because they give up less secondaries, I feel like.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's pretty good.
So Tau again? You're saying Tau drones are awesome?
Yes.
What?
I think we're going to see a lot of Tau.
I think speaking of a stupid amount of Tau.
Yeah.
By the way, when we play at Nova for the trios, I have a psychic power that I can take away Overwatch with.
Oh, excellent. We love that.
Also, I can take a relic. Also, I can take a relic on one of my characters that also has him ignore any Overwatch on what he charges.
That's great.
That's awesome.
Dude, I'm going to crack up if we see a display board that has like 9 Riptides on it and just everybody's list is there's 4 Riptides because because it's still they don't
Rule of 2?
They don't do Rule of 2. They do Rule of 3 still at 1,000.
I thought it was Rule of 2 at 1,000, Rule of 3 at 2,000.
That's how the rules are, but that's not how the Nova packet is.
Oh, okay.
Wow. That's so broken.
Because remember, I sent that in a question. I was like, hey, you guys said Rule of 3 at 1,000, so I can have 3 Demon Princes in a 1,000-point list? Yeah. So you could actually have 6 Riptides in a 2,000-point situation. We're going to need to send another email. Be like, think about it, guys. Just think about it. But like literally, we could see people do just on their display board. If they all took Tau, they all took 3 Riptides. There's 9 Riptides that they just put on their display board as like, look at me, fuck you.
Dude, if I see 9 Riptides and a bunch of drones, dude, I'm going to the bar. I'm just going to the bar. You guys can play my list.
Dude, I just beat Tau, man. It's all right. We got this.
Yeah, so you can play my list. I'm gonna go to the bar. Like that won't be a fun game for me. Like I won't enjoy my time. I'd have a better time at the bar.
Oh, dude, winning those kind of fights is the best kind of win.
Dude, but no, it's the boringest game. I'd rather lose and have a good game than win and have this the shittiest time ever.
I don't know, man. I think a lot of having a shitty time is in perspective. Like I was getting
more about taking fun seriously, bro. Just taking fun seriously, bro.
Yeah. You got time to like get serious and fucking have fun, anyways. Is what I'm saying. But I'll take care of it, James. You drink, it's cool. You can drink at the table, bro. We'll figure it out. We don't need the bar. We'll get you drunk, man. It'll be fine.
Kevin says he'll drink with you.
Yeah, there we go.
If he goes.
Yeah, Kevin, come on. 9 riptides and 300 drones. Yep, sounds so much fun. Yeah, it will. But yo,
if you rewind, buddy, you'll see I showed off your Lord Discordant because it's just too cool not to show off.
Yeah, that is a dope disco, Kevin. I love the army concept, man. Can't wait to see that all said and done. It's gonna be fantastic. But yo, it's hour 5. I'm starving. Doubleheader in this talk show. I think it's been a good talk show. I hope you guys enjoyed it too.
Yeah.
Take fun seriously.
Kevin's like, show it again. Man, it is time to roll, though. There it is, Kevin. It is a one badass fucking disco for sure. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode, though. Yeah, if you guys want to go see some bat reps of me and Chris playing and me fighting Tau and winning by the skin of my teeth, go check out the Twitch channel. It'll be up on YouTube later. Otherwise, stay tuned for more major tournament rounds coming up on the old YouTubes. On the 10th, we'll have another talk show between here and there, but there will be a Kill Team tournament to film. And then also, guys, next week we're going to have another Patreon reward to give away. So on the second week of each month, we do our Patreon reward system. So go check out our Patreon if you want to see those details and how that works and be someone else that gets to take advantage of these rewards. But yeah, appreciate everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Keep taking fun seriously. We'll catch you next time. Peace.
Out.